Actually, why is having a normal job so bad? And it's just common sense, right? Like common sense, like having a normal job is not bad, right? Like there's nothing wrong with being normal. There's nothing wrong with going to a normal 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? And I think, as I said, we do live in a world. There's a thing called success porn, right? And you know, the word is a bit vulgar, but the whole point of that is that a lot of people like look at success thing. They look at the lifestyle, look at Dubai, Miami, all these type of lifestyle stuff, and thinking, oh, I want that. The 9 to 5 is bad. YouTube, welcome back to another video. And today, listen, before I even get into the video, I'm just so happy right now. I just got an announcement to make, and you guys probably already know. If you guys are wearing earphones, or you guys speaking from the speaker, put some earphones on, because I want you guys to hear this. The mic that I finally invested in, hopefully now, as you guys will be watching and you guys are the viewers, hopefully the mic is good now, because the past couple of videos, the mic was all over the place, to be fair. You know, there's like audio noise, you guys can probably hear background noise, static, all that stuff. So I just kept doing research, you know what I'm saying. I kept, you know, watching different types of YouTube videos how to do it, but the YouTube videos didn't even help. So I just do my own doing. And the reason I'll tell you what the reason was before I even get to the video, is because the webcam, right, it picks up all the noise. I didn't even know this, so I literally put the webcam to like minus 70 decibels basically. So the webcam actually has its own mic as well built in, so that was what it was like. You can hear like the echo. That's what it was like in terms of picking up all the audio noise, stuff like that. But boy, listen, I'll tell you what, man, content creation is actually a stressful, man, to be fair, because the amount of stuff you need to do to perfect, and you get like bugs, then you get audio issues, then you get this, and you get this. It is absolutely ridiculous, man. So I'm just happy for that. I need to tell you guys for that, because as I said, hopefully now, you know what I'm saying, the audio's good. But also, I want you guys to show you the mic as well. This is the mic. Oh, hold on. The wire's stuck. Anyway, here we go. This is the mic that, you know, I've invested in, and it's Razer again. Listen, it's about the third Razer product I have, man. Listen, Razer do need to sponsor me now. They do need to sponsor me, man, because that's like 3 Razer products I got. And listen, man, you might be thinking, oh, you're glazing them. Listen, I don't care, man. Listen, as long as I'm providing, you know, all the technical equipment for you guys, as I said, investing in the channel, stuff like that, that's the main thing. But anyway, that's enough of me waffling. That's announcements. Let's get straight into the video. So as you guys can see in the titles as well, we're going to talk about, there's nothing wrong, right, with a normal job, or a normal 9 to 5 in this case, as you guys will say. And let's just get straight into it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff as well. Yeah, let's get straight into it, because as I said, I'm sure you guys see on social media, I'm sure you guys see on the internet, I'm sure you guys see in different types of even walks of life, even in person, that people like a 9 to 5, right? If you guys even know, like, if you don't know what 9 to 5 is, for the people that might not know that type of stuff, basically 9 to 5 is like a traditional, like, out shift that people work. If you work in corporate, if you work in like anywhere else in general, you traditionally work a 9 to 5. There's people that work different times, but we're talking like the general populace right here. So most people, they work a 9 to 5, right? So most people have like a job where they're, you know, they're clocking at 9 and they finish at 5, and that's why, you know what I'm saying, that's what it is really. So, and I've seen on social media, and I've seen a lot of things online, like, oh, you know, escape your 9 to 5, or all this, you need the 9 to 5 is so bad for you, all this stuff. Well, I do agree that obviously, like, your plan is to skip 9 to 5 and work for yourself, and, you know, be your own person. But they do demand, like, oh, if you work a real job, then, you know, you're used to society. Like, that's the most delusional thing I've witnessed, man. Like, a lot of people just talk shit now. Like, I don't even get where this is even coming from, but a lot of people do talk shit, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So I want to, you know, post this video and just kind of spread the message of why there's nothing wrong with working a normal job. And I want to repeat this, man, because I work a normal job, right? So I work in sales, as you guys already know. I work in tech sales at the moment, and it's just a normal 9 to 5 that I do. And to be fair, even the job that I do work on, it's actually not even a bad job. I do enjoy actually working. You know what I'm saying? Compared to the past few jobs, which you guys saw in the last probably like a few months ago, talking about my job experience, all that type of stuff. There's nothing wrong with working a real job, guys. Like, we need to get to a point in society where, like, yo, like, why is it so bad to work a normal job? Do you get what I'm saying? So the first point I want to say is that, and this is not even a point, it's actually a question, is, I already said it, but I want to say it again, is that why all of a sudden, right, is having a 9 to 5 so bad? Like, and I'm putting the question for you guys as well that are watching, and I want you guys to have like a little think about it. You guys will even comment on it as well. having a normal job is so bad. And it's just common sense, right? Like common sense, like having a normal job is not bad, right? Like there's nothing wrong with being normal. There's nothing wrong with going through a normal 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? And I think, as I said, we do live in a world. There's a thing called success porn, right? And you know, the word is a bit vulgar, but the whole point of that is that a lot of people like look at success thing. They look at the lifestyle, look at Dubai, Miami, all these type of lifestyle stuff, and thinking, oh, I want that. The 9 to 5 is bad. All this stuff as well. But it is very. It sells you a dream, right? It does sell you a dream. It's a very unrealistic lifestyle. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that in a way of that, like, yo, don't do it. But a lot of people might thinking, oh, if I just keep watching those videos, and I keep, you know, tapping into these things, then I'm going to do it. It doesn't work like that. As I said, the hard work comes with it and stuff like that. And as I said, man, there's nothing wrong with working a normal job at the end of the day. There's something wrong with settling with a normal job. There's two different things. If you're settling for a 9 to 5 job, as I said, if you wanted to be normal, you want to be average, then that's completely fine. But for the people that, as I said, who do watch my videos and you do want to strive to be above average and stuff like that, you don't want to be settling for a normal job long term. Like, you could do it for a few years or even a few months, depending on what type of time you're on and all that type of stuff. But in general, like, you can't be relying on 9 to 5 and all that type of stuff. But a lot of people might thinking that, oh, if you have a 9 to 5 in general, oh, you're so bad, oh, this happens, oh, like, you're a bum. You're not a bum. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're young as well. And I think a lot of people as well, they target the young age and my age. And this is what I don't like, because they're targeting people my age, because people either come out, you know, people, you know, I said, look at the rise in terms of the entrepreneur. Like, look at the rise. Let's say, for example, like Tate, you know, Sneeko, all these type of influencers that, you know, I'm saying that are, you know, doing the masculine, all that type of stuff. That, you know, you need to make sure you work for yourself, provide for your family, all these type of stuff, right? And it's like basically, like, I don't get why, like, have this thing like a stigma where it's like a normal job is like really, really bad. You know what I'm saying? So as I said, this is not even the point. It's just a question I want to say. Is that it's like a rhetorical question, but if you guys want to answer it, you can. Is that why all of a sudden, right, is having a normal job so bad? So that's the first one. The second one I want to talk about as well is Gen Z. So as I said, I'm classed as Gen Z, as I said, and you know, listen, our generation gets a lot of slander, and you know, the people that do watch this, I think typically are my age, I'm guessing, and there's people that are older, but you know what I'm saying, I don't know, most people do, could be anyone, you know what I'm saying, but this kind of applies to everyone. But I'm just gonna say, talking about my generation in general, is that they're targeting us guys. They are targeting us, and I'm not trying to be the leader, like, oh, listen guys, I'm going to be the leader of Gen Z. I'm not doing this type of creation, but in general, they are targeting our generation, because as much as we might be thinking that we know it or we have it figured out, or we're him, or with this, or all that type of stuff, in reality, we're still young, so we kind of go through trials and tribulations, we still kind of go through mistakes and all that type of stuff. So basically, we kind of follow everyone else, or not follow everyone else, but we kind of follow the way of success, as they say, the way of life, all that type of stuff. Or if you're from America, they call it the American dream, all this type of stuff, right? Where, you know what I'm saying, you're entrepreneur, all this type of laptop lifestyle, all that type of stuff. And as I said, the reason why they're doing it, because we're the most newest to the technology and stuff like that. Like, it's perfect for us, especially for all Gen Z, that we're born in terms of technologies on the rise and all that type of stuff, compared to maybe all the older generation. They kind of live through their 20s and 30s, if so, that they've not had much of a technology and all that stuff. Then there wasn't much opportunity, if that makes sense. So, as I said, they're targeting our generation in the day. So we need to have a thing where, like, listen, just ignore like all this negative thing. Obviously, if you want to get to being an entrepreneur, as I said, I don't think being an entrepreneur is not for everyone, and I do believe that being an entrepreneur is not for everyone. But the main thing is that as long as, like, you're happy wherever you are, as long as you did, like, what you define success might not define me success. What I define success personally, it might not be for you, it might be something else. As I said, everyone's on their own journey at the end of the day. So as I said, which needs to where they are targeting our generation, because we're the ones that are more ambitious, as I say, but the more gullible to, like, maybe like false promises, all that type of stuff. And the third person I want to say is that, and going to false promises anyway, is that a lot of people, a lot of gurus and a lot of, you know, influencers, say they lead, especially our generation, is to false promises and scams as well. You guys saw my last video, man. You talking about Tanks, you know what I'm saying? Well, reaction to Tanks' video of him reacting to the Forex gurus, man, and it's on the rise, guys. It's not gonna stop anytime soon in the end of the day. So as I said, man, be careful for these people that, you know, They sell you the dream that, you know what I'm saying, oh, escape your 9 to 5, DM me, these type of things, man. Because as I said, I was guilty of it. I used to be DMing people. Obviously I didn't get replies, so my ego was a bit down, but you get the picture. Like, I was DMing people, was like, yo, I want to make money, I want to make 10k a month, all this stuff. It's always 10k a month, guys. That's the buzzword. It's always 10k a month, man. I don't know why it's always 10k a month, but it is what it is, man. But at the end of the day, like, escape your 9 to 5, cool, it might work for that guy, but they're gonna say, oh, just buy my course and then you're gonna get this, like, bro, you seen it, guys, man, you seen it, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the approach we're gonna say. And then if you don't buy the course, they're gonna say, oh, you know, you have to be, you know, shame on you, enjoy wasting your life, working a normal job because you didn't buy the course, man. There's loads of opportunities to make money at the end of the day. It's not just you. You're not the person that found the secret sauce or the secret flipping, I don't know, magic to make money or be successful. You get what I mean? So as I said, a lot of people do use shame as well as a tactic to make you a lot more I'm seeing a lot more of a FOMO effect to happen, like, oh, if I don't DM buy his course, I might miss, and you know what I'm saying, I might be, you know, in the rat race for the rest of my life. And it's not true, guys. It's not true. As I said, don't be settled for 9 to 5, but at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with a real job, guys. There's nothing wrong with a real job, man, at the end of the day. And the last point I want to say is that the only problem, as I said, is having a real job. And this is why I will agree with some people that do say the only problem with having a real job is it does lead you to be too comfortable. That's the problem, is that it does lead you to be comfortable. And I think for me personally, for you guys, is that you should have a plan of when you're going to be in a job. I don't believe, because I know a few people, like, you know, they jump from job to job to job to job, bro. Like, at the end of the day, like, you're not going to be satisfied, you know what I'm saying? You're just going to get, you know, like, they get one hardship that happens to them, and they're like, oh, I can't be asked doing it, all this type of stuff. So at the end of the day, like, have the idea, like, yo, listen, don't trust many work colleagues, man, in a day. That's the first thing. And second thing I want to say is that they have a plan of, like, what to do. Like, you always have to have an escape plan with a real job. I truly believe you have to have an escape plan for a real job. Like, at the end of the day, no matter what the job is, even if it's like a 200k a year job or anything like that, if you guys want to sell for 200k a year job, that's for you guys. But if you're talking to people that want to be even more ambitious, or want to have, maybe, you know what I'm saying, want to have be their own person, at the end of the day, like, stick for the job, you know, get the skills, you're going to learn a lot, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have a lot of connection stuff, but have an escape plan, or have like a plan of action where you can, like, work for yourself and all that type of stuff as well. It could be, you know, creating your own business for yourself, or as I said, even if you want to buy someone's course and it does work, because there is some people out there that the course does help, and that, you know what I'm saying, they actually do, you know, become their own person. So there is some course out there, but just do your research, you know what I'm saying. That's like the main thing. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's just me on my take on why, you know what I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with having a real job, you know what I'm saying. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff as well. And yeah, just before I go as well, I'm going to make sure I'm cracking more of the reaction videos as well. So as I'm not really good, I'm going to kind of move away a little bit more of the self-improvement videos. I'm still going to be doing it, but I want to kind of stick to one niche, but not to the point where I'm going to always just be become a reaction channel. Like, I'm still going to be doing diverse stuff, but I'm probably going to do a little bit more reaction videos than I did, because I think with the algorithm, especially YouTube algorithm, I think they've kind of not monetized, but they kind of push your videos more if you do one type of thing, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm probably going to do anyway. But as I said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, that's it from me. Peace.